Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video took place between September 1st and the 8th during our limited Gag Grouper season. Now we're here at the Skyway Pier targeting some Gag Grouper, but I'm going to cut to the chase right now and let you guys know I didn't have any luck this season. But since I didn't have any luck, that doesn't mean you're going to have the same results. So, what I'm going to do is show you guys how I save money by catching my own bait at the Skyway the Easy Way. Now, if you want to save money, you may have to spend some money first. So, I would invest in items such as a cost-effective cast net and some Sabiki rigs. Let's watch this video and see what happens. Now, if you're in a situation where you need to get some water for your bait, but you only got a cast net and a bucket with you, well, here's what you can do to save yourself some time and some energy, so that way you can get some water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the rope of my net into a knot right here around the handle here. Then I'm going to throw this over the ledge, and then I'm going to use that. Yeah, that's nice and tight. Make sure that's nice and tight, and then dunk it over the pier, and that's how you get your water. Oop. And then there you go. And then hurry up because you're scared that it's gonna snap your rope, but then you don't have to worry about it anymore because it's okay. You got your bucket of water, and now you're gonna be able to catch your bait. Now what we're gonna do is something called the lazy man's cast, and this involves first getting all your rope together nice and neat, then making sure your net looks nice and neat too, making sure there are no knots or kinks. Then what you're going to want to do, put this thing over the ledge, over an area where you think you got a good chance of catching some bait, and we'll try it right over here. Lift it over the ledge. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to twirl this thing back and forth until you get a good circular motion going, like this. And once you get a good circular motion down, you'll raise it up and then drop it. It's going to take a second, but it'll be worth it. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Let it sink a little bit. Then reel it back up. The problem is I got a small net, so hopefully I at least caught. Yep, there we go. It's only a little bit, but we got something. And guys, that's how you do the lazy man's cast. And you know what? It works. It takes a few practices, but it works. Yes, sir. I just tried my lazy man's cast for the first time, and I'm horrible at it, but I got lucky somehow.
I've been trying for like last hour and only got like 5.
Oh yeah? Well, let me know if you need some help. I might get you a few. And that's what you got to try to do sometimes on the pier. Pass on a little bit of goodness, and hopefully they'll be able to pass on some goodness to someone else in return. Nice, guys, nice. And that is how you catch bait with the cast net at the Skyway. All right, guys, my shoulder got tired from casting the cast net, so what we're just gonna do right now, just to speed things up, since we are within regulations right now, we're gonna use a Sabiki rig to catch the rest of our live bait, and then we're gonna get on to some fishing. Now, for those first-time fishermen that have never tied a Sabiki rig before, here's how you do it, and you can look at the picture for reference. Once you take your rig out of your packet, you'll see that it has two different ends, one with a barrel swivel and a snap swivel. You're going to want to take and tie your main line to your barrel swivel using whichever knot you feel comfortable with. Then you're going to want to attach a sinker weight to your snap swivel. After that, drop your line in the water and you should be pulling up some bait in no time. Now, if you want to increase your chances of catching some bigger bait, consider adding some frozen shrimp or some squid to your sabiki hooks. But not too big of a piece. It's got to be just big enough so they could still fit their mouths around it. Take your time, be patient, and eventually, you should be able to pull up some bait like this.
Yep, that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. That's the collection, and we're one step closer to some gags. All right, guys, it's currently raining right now over at the Skyway, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. I was able to get just enough pinfish like this big old bad boy right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 6/0 circle hook. I'm gonna poke this big old pinfish right through the anal gland right here. And I think that's the perfect place to hook your pinfish to catch some grouper. And my setup is my 14,000 Shimano Saragosa on my heavy power 7'6" Shimano Therese. This is the ultimate grouper tarpon catching rod, guys, hands down. And I will bet money on that. But right now, we're gonna cast this out somewhere into the rocks, and hopefully we get a nice big gag grouper. Oh, and by the way, I got about maybe 2.5, 3 feet of 60-pound fluorocarbon leader. When you're fishing for big, strong fish, you gotta go heavy. And that's how you do it. Now we just sit and wait. Now guys, unfortunately, this is probably one of the most boring parts of the day, the waiting game. I'd like to be able to catch this as quick as I can, but unfortunately that's not the way this works. But right now, I got my pole out, and now I'm just gonna, dick around and see what happens. But yeah, if something does happen, you'll be the first to know.